Hi, Claire here from Rainbow Acrylics. No Dutch pour today. Today I'm going to do a straight pour, which means I mix paint slightly thicker and I layer them in a cup and then literally just pour the cup, the paint out the cup onto the canvas and then tilt it around a bit, so it will look completely different. The whole of the canvas will be covered in nice bright dark paint. The paints I'm using are all Montmartre paints, which are in these lovely big bottles. So I've got white, gold, turquoise, ultramarine blue and magenta. I've mixed these, 1 part paint, 1 part pouring medium for this, but the pouring medium I've used isn't Floratrol, it's my own mixed pouring medium, which is glue and water, which is 2/3 glue and 1/3 water, just normal PVA glue and water, and that's actually quite runny. So that's how I've mixed it up. So let's get started on layering up the cup next. Right, I'm going to start layering up my cup. This is the order I've chosen to put the paints in. White, gold, pink, blue, turquoise. I want the turquoise and the pink to stay separate because if they mix together they'll make brown. If the blue and the turquoise mix together they'll make a different turquoise. Purple will be the result of the blue and the pink. I love, love, love gold and pink next to each other. So this is the order. So when I layer up this cup, the colour I put in first will be the colour that is going to come out last. So that's going to be in the very centre of my picture. So I'm going to start with a tiny bit of white. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to run it down the side of the cup, just a little bit at a time. The smaller amount you put in, the closer together the lines will be on the ring, on the straight pour result. So I'm just going to do 1 round of colours to start with, all quite a small amount, and I think I might then get just a little bit bigger. I'm going to go right down the side, and you can see already by doing that the paints are thick enough that they will just sit one on top of the other, and that they won't, hopefully they won't mix too much. Because if they mix a little bit that's fine, but what I would like is that the colours to stay nice and separate when they're when they come out the cup onto the canvas. There's no particular reason for choosing these colours today, other than they're just my favourite colours. Pink, blue and turquoise are just my absolute favourites, and white for contrast, and gold, oh, it's supposed to be white there, and gold because everything needs a bit of shimmer and sparkle. The canvas I'm using today is a rectangular 12 by 16 inches, so it's pretty small. So I think this cup, it's a half pint cup. I think this will be plenty of paint. I'm going to fill it right to the top. Right, I don't think I can get any more in there. Wow, doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? Yep. Right, let's just put that down really carefully, and I'm going to get my canvas in place. Right, so I've got my canvas ready. I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to water it down slightly actually. Just some slightly thinner white just in the centre. So what will happen is that as I pour the paint out the cup, it will push the white out, so it will be the white that slides underneath the colours. So put a big puddle down in the centre. Now I've got a few options with this pour. I'm going to do a straight pour, which just means I keep my hand really still and the paint just pours out. So this cup is incredibly full, and I'm going to pour from this section here. Right, so I'm going to burst my air bubbles. And then what I'm going to do, the spare paint I've got, I'm just going to put around the edges so that this patterned area, it will roll over this paint, so we don't lose the pattern, it doesn't roll over itself. So I'm going to start tilting it now. So I've got all my canvas covered in paint. So the idea is that this, yeah, it's working. You can see the design moving over the top of the paint that I've just put down, so I'm not losing any of the rings as I'm tilting it. Because if I don't do that, the colours will just roll over on top of each other, and then you just lose all the pretty layers. I'm just going to help the design to cover most of the canvas first, and then I'll have a good look at it, see which bits I prefer, and then I can decide which way to tilt it. So I'm just coming back to the centre and then tilting to the four corners. So you can see that outer ring, it just stays intact the whole time. It's floating over the top of the colour that I've just spread out. Right, let's have a look. So most of that is now covered, it's very close to the edges, so I now need to work out what corner I'm going to go off first. Just give it another good torch. Right, here's the close-up of the wet painting. I am so excited about this. I haven't done a ring pour, a straight pour like this for quite a while. All my recent paintings have been Dutch pours, which I absolutely love. But wow, it's amazing to do something different and just to try a different technique again. I'm just blown away by these lines. The detail in this is amazing. Look how those colours just sit up next to each other but are together, but they are just so separate. And can you see the sparkle? I don't know if you can see it on that blue section. That's some of the gold sitting over the blue, and then obviously this gold section, when this is dry, this will just sparkle like crazy. Just look at the lines. It is just like a tree, like if you cut a tree trunk in half and you've got all the lines of the tree. And look at the purple. So I didn't add purple, this is the blue and the pink mixing in together. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see what this will look like when it's dry. And then that's the centre. Look at that, let me see if I can focus in on it a bit better. I'm really pleased with that centre, that's come out really neatly. Really pleased. So I will let this dry and then I will show you the end result. And if you want to see what else is happening in my kitchen today, Thomas, can you give us a wave? And Chloe? And look what paintings they've been doing. On little canvas panels. And then they're doing bigger canvas panels over there. What painting techniques have you been using?
This is a ring pour and that's a Dutch pour. No. I've done a ring pour and one of these pours.
Oh, a funnel pour, which I'm yet to try. Look at this. Put your arm down, Thomas. Let's have a look. It's going for a close-up.
Oops.
Wow, that's looking really good. Let's look at Chloe's. Oh, that's beautiful, Chloe. I think, have you flicked some silicone onto the top of it to create the cells? Yeah. Really nice. Great. So I'll show you the dried result next. Here it is, dry. Really happy with it. Love it. Love the bright colours, the blues and purples next to the golds and pinks. What a contrast these two halves of this painting make. This gold, I don't know if you can see this, but it is really, really shimmery. So if this is hanging on your wall and you walk past, you will just see it shimmer and sparkle at you. Just loving all these lines. It's just the more you look, the more you see. And look at that. This is my favourite section. Just that little bit there. It's just a bit like a planet, I think, like a solar system with all those little cells. Also, I love this bit here. Just the pinks and the blues together. Really happy with it. And then this is the centre. And I think it looks a little bit like a sunrise. So I've got a lovely, lovely lady called Ali who follows my page and follows my artwork and always leaves wonderful, wonderful messages. And she named this Tequila Sunrise. So I think that's a brilliant name. Beautiful sunrise. So if you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do. If you press the notification bell, you'll get notifications as soon as I put on a new video, so it will come straight to you so you won't miss it. And if you could like the video, please leave any comments you want to. I'd love to know what you think about my artwork, good or bad. Constructive criticism is really appreciated. And thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.